What's approaching the supreme moment, reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and start another Dokkan session. This is gonna be coverage of the Dokkan Festival exclusive Turles Agility type. Now he is gonna be the theatrical boss's category lead, so let's cover these stats a little bit. Like I said, theatrical bosses is a new category coming out. He's got +3 key HP attack and defense plus 150%, and then for villain types or extreme types, +3 key HP attack and defense increase of 50%. Pretty interesting stuff here. He does fall into another category, which is the low class Saiyans, but we'll move on to the passive skill, which is pretty interesting as well. For all allies, it's going to increase ki by +3, and then attack's going to increase by 40%. And then for super type enemies, the attack is going to decrease by 15%. And then as long as you meet the criteria, he's to eat the the fruit of might, I think it translates to, but he's gonna upgrade or enhance his skills a little bit. Alright, so this is pretty much it. Looks like for the link skills, it's gonna be like, you know, the Saiyan warrior race, you know, big bad bosses, fierce battle, things like that. Alright, so that was the before the upgrade. So this is gonna be once he eats the fruit from the tree of might, I guess. Let's go and see what happens. He does still have the function of high rate of stunning the enemy. Looks like the normal version, it's a medium chance here, and then for the upgraded one, kind of like the transformation, it'll turn into high chance. Alright, so now let's take a look. Same setup here for the leader skill, doesn't really change. However, the passive skill gets upgraded again. Passive skill, the HP will recover by 15%, and then his own attack and defense will increase by 130%. And then for super types, enemies, the defense is going to go down by 80%. So pretty ridiculous there. And that'll be very, very interesting to see how that happens. It's definitely going to change up what kind of team setups you can build around that. Now, obviously, you want to build it around extreme types or villains because most of the time it's going to benefit them. And then, you know, the super type enemies are going to have a substantial decrease in stats. So, you know, with that in mind, that's probably better. So, you know, theatrical bosses, I'm thinking, you know, Janemba, the Android 13, Cooler, Bojack, you know, Legendary, Super Saiyan Broly. All those guys are going to be pretty op in this category team. So it's going to be definitely interesting to see what kind of, you know, team setups you can build around that and how to go about it. But yeah, I think, you know, the passive skills are definitely going to be pretty interesting. I wish it would have had the ability to increase the allies' attack as well as break down the enemy's defense, but unfortunately that's not the case for both versions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the super attack. And this guy is going to get a Dokkan Awakening too, so I'm not sure if the stats are here, but we can certainly take a look. This is probably the upgraded version, and his super attack for that. Looks pretty nice. Okay, so this is the agility version, and once he transforms or eats the fruit of might, or whatever you call it, this is going to be his super attack for that. So he's got that little Gatling gun animation going. So pretty interesting there. Not really any stats related to... Alright, here we go. So the stats for this guy. Let's just cover this briefly while we're at it. He does have the leader skill of intelligence types. Enemy attack and defense will decrease by 43%. For the super attack, it's going to greatly decrease the enemy's defense. Looks like supreme damage for that one. He does have a nuking passive to where for each key collected, his attack is going to increase by 10%, and then defense will increase by 20%. So pretty interesting there. It looks like he's got Z Fighters, Link skills, what is it? Sun Family, or All in the Family, I guess, M Fighter, Saiyan Warrior Race, and Fierce Battle, amongst others. So that's a brief overview of that. So he does get a Dokkan Awakening, the physical type Spirit Bomb Goku. Alright, so that's pretty much a brief coverage of what I wanted to show you guys. So, looks to be pretty interesting. The Grade 8 version also does get a Dokkan Awaken too. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things coming with that. So it'll be definitely interesting to see that. He does get a buff of +3 key attack increase of 90% once the key meter is above 9, so that'll be interesting there. I think for the most part that's all the stuff covered, so I just wanted to briefly cover that, and thanks for watching.